My name is Presley.
And I'm a man inside a TV screen on top of a tank.
You already ruined it.
And I spoiled the ending to this non-ending of a movie.
I fucking was so mad. Okay.
Me too. And this is the height of horror. Wowzers. Fortnight of horror, guys. I watched one movie, Werewolves Within.
Were they in?
Oh, yeah. And guys, guess what? Nicole described it best. We need to get to this movie because it is the shortest movie we've ever done, but I have so many notes about it. And I have a friend over this entire weekend, and I need to record 2 other podcasts this weekend and somehow edit 4 podcasts this weekend and still hang out with my friend. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And he's sleeping in the room that I edit in, so I don't know how I'm going to do that either.
Okay, Yellow Jackets is my Fortnight of Horror, which is not a movie. It's a TV series, but it's
counts.
Very amazing and great. I recommend.
Steve Barnes from Sweet Child of Time, he's trying to get us to watch it and got us a way to watch it. So we will eventually. But on Werewolves Within, it's as if like Wes Anderson, if he were to do like a Fargo series, but with werewolves.
That's fucking sweet.
It's real good. Yellow Jackets.
Lord of the Flies meets the Donner Party.
Okay.
Well, just kind of the same thing. I don't know. But throw in some time jumps from Back to the Future, too.
Okay. Presley, is that microphone right up to you?
That's like, right.
Yeah. Wait. Also, but no, don't corn cob it. Point it directly at your mouth. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my. Yes, that sounds so much better. I'm
sorry.
So glad I caught that right now.
Ooh.
Does Lord of the Flies end up with them getting taken off the island? Do you remember?
I never read it.
Oh, okay.
No, my school sucked. Nothing was required.
Oh, I wouldn't say Lord of the Flies was a great read.
It sounds like it was a downer. I know they were mean to Piggy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That kids, they're like, fuck you, Piggy. We're going to throw a rock on you.
We're going to fucking eat you.
Uh-huh. Well, they eat an actual pig, and then there's a kid named Piggy. I don't think they eat Piggy.
I know, I was just being dramatic.
Okay, all right. Or is it the Simon kid that gets crushed with a rock? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'd have to read it, which they're fucking banning. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones they're banning.
The Lord of the Flies, I think, has always been on banned books.
Oh.
But maybe they're like, it's a bunch of boys on an island. What? Are they going to start kissing each other?
That's pretty gay.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies, that's technically Baphomet. No, not Baphomet. Wait, or is it Baphomet? It's one of the dudes.
Oh, it sounds like one of the testaments. No, the curses. One of the curses.
Oh, okay. The Lord of the Flies is a specific devilish fiend, and I cannot remember. Sorry, guys. I was an edgelord in high school, not now.
I wasn't aware of this at all.
What?
It was a thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant me being an edgelord in high school.
Oh God, no. I accept that fully.
Uh-huh.
I can see that.
Yeah, I did horrorcore.
Yeah, I could see that.
Any teenager doing horrorcore, they're not doing it artistically. They're doing it to be like, I'm the coolest and most shocking.
Guess what I was in high school?
You skipped school.
I was an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah. You weren't. That's what you were in high school. You just weren't there.
No, I was not.
All right. Guys, today, do you want to get into Curse of Puppet Master?
Tell me why I loved this movie. This is one of my favorites we've done.
Hell yeah. See, I wasn't sure if I liked it or not because guess what? Some of the movie isn't there, I feel like.
It's so stupid.
Truly, the first 8 minutes, 3 of it is actual movie, and then 5 minutes of opening credits, and then there's another 5 at the end, and it's an hour and 20 minutes. This is a 70-minute movie.
Oh, interesting. Is it as short as the other one with the witches and the book and the funny creature?
What, Shrieker?
Yeah.
Okay, did Shrieker have witches?
I thought so. There was witchcraft.
Okay, because at first I thought you meant, I've been waiting for you.
Ew, disgusting.
I was like, no, that was a 90-minute movie. I think Shrieker probably was a little bit longer than this.
Interesting. Okay.
But let's get into what this is. This week, we are saying hello again to director David DeCoteau, who we previously discussed on our Shrieker episode. Same director, guys. We're back to Full Moon Entertainment with the 6th installment in the Puppet Master franchise, a standalone sequel entitled Curse of the Puppet Master, released direct-to-video on May 26th, 1998. Presley, do you have any experience with Puppet Master?
No, when we drew this card, I was like, okay, I'll go back and watch some of them. And I got like 15 minutes in, and then my attention just diverted.
When I had COVID raging inside of my body, I was like, oh, I'll watch the Riff Tracks version of Retro Puppet Master, because that's like a super prequel that isn't, but is. It's the timeline of this series is fucked. And it truly is. Like, they're like, oh, well, this is canon. Oh, this isn't canon. Oh, this is an alternate universe. It's like a Marvel thing. So I started watching and I was like, this is just really creepy, and my COVID brain does not accept any of it, even with the boys of Riff Tracks making yucks over it. It's scary.
Making yuck?
Yeah, yucks. Like jokes.
Like the goofy laugh? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like yuck. I thought you meant like goofy laughs, like he, like that's what it is.
Oh, no, like the Goofy, the man himself.
Speaking of Puppet Master, after the success of what was supposed to be the final chapter in the Puppet Master Pantheon, Puppet Master 5, the final chapter, Full Moon what if I taught, like, oh yes, Full Moon feature, green, wait, what just happened on my thing? Sorry, got derailed by a notification. Man? Yeah, got derailed by the man. They're trying to shut us down, speaking the truth, saying, hey guys, sexual assault is bad, and if you do it, fingers crossed, there's a bladed and a drill-bitted wooden creature that will stab you hard. Because that happened.
We have the Pinhead. We have a little doll of the Pinhead.
Hell yeah. Where was I? Oh, Full Moon features greenlit Curse of, and the series has seen 9 more films in the franchise since.
For fuck's sake. They should remake it. They're doing all these remakes. I fuck with it.
They've done prequels and they've done alternate universe prequel stuff. It's crazy. I think Full Moon Features now does not handle the franchise.
Are they still a thing?
Full Moon, oh yeah. Charles Band is making them bands, if you know what I mean. Money bands. A few trivia tidbits for everyone. Most of the puppet scenes are recycled from previous films in the Puppet Master series. This, like Shrieker, was shot quickly. How many days do you think this was shot in?
11.
8 days.
Wow. See, I was going to say 6, but I was like, maybe not.
David DeCoteau, I believe how you say his name. This man knows how to shoot a movie quickly.
No, it's DeCoteau.
DeCoteau?
DeCoteau.
I thought it was DeCoteau.
No.
Okay. Uh-oh. Then I think I said it incorrectly on our last one, too.
No. It's a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood joke.
Oh, okay. I still haven't seen it.
Oh, God damn it.
I'll watch it someday.
I don't believe you.
It's just not fully. I have to watch Fart the movie on Tubi TV. That's why I only watched one horror movie. We were watching just sex comedies the past few weeks.
Oh.
And a lot of the trauma sexy comedies. Oh, man, Ski School. Guys, watch Ski School. It's so good.
Is it like smut? Is that what the trauma sexy comedies are?
No, they're surprisingly just like good sex comedies, meaning, you know, in American Pie, but in the 70s, like Porky's or...
Oh, interesting.
Animal House, but they're just real good. And I'm kind of upset that they went the route they went if this is what they were doing.
Isn't that what they were originally going to do before Lloyd Kaufman put out like
Toxic.
The monster Toxic? Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was like Waitress, Stuck on You, what's the First Turn On, and Squeeze Play. We watched The First Turn On because I was like, I want a horny comedy. And boy, oh boy, if you want a horny comedy, watch The First Turn On because it's a movie that edges you.
Oh, sexy.
So guys, watch that movie. Finally, editing was done by J.R. Bookwalter on his Apple iBook while staying at an Ohio hotel, which is pretty nuts for 1998.
Yeah, that's some futuristic shit.
Mm-hmm. So much so, I believe Apple, when they found out about this, they talked, this was on a news article that Apple put out to say hey, you can edit a feature-length movie on our software and hardware.
We had Dells. We were poor, but we had a computer.
Yeah, same. I had a Dell and then an E-machine.
Ooh.
Okay, here are some reviews. I pulled 2 short ones from Letterboxd and a couple contemporary reviews from early 2000s, late 90s. First is Todd gave 2.5 stars, said, puppets versus rapists / murderers / corrupt cops. I vote puppets. Then Zara Gwen gave 2 stars, saying leech woman didn't vomit any leeches. I am disappointed. Hey guys, I'm not. I'm so glad I could have fast forward through that in the intro. That's disgusting.
Was that her shtick? Is that what she does?
Uh-huh. Just like a single leech crawls out of her mouth.
I have to go watch the Puppet Master movies.
Oh, no. Okay, these are from IMDb. Our first one is from Rio78. Title is Gotta Love Those Little Killers from April 1999. They say, I love the Puppet Master series, particularly because the little dudes always kill off the bad guys. I don't know of any horror flicks that go like that. Number 6 in the series was too short and abrupt. Not only that, the puppets themselves had very little airtime. Despite these details, however, I think the movie was pretty dang good.
I thought they were in it throughout the movie.
Yeah, I think they probably mean there wasn't enough killing. We don't get our first kill until about 50 minutes into this.
I was going to mention that.
Uh-huh.
Because they were just little buddies cuddling. Mm-hmm. Not my favorite, but kind of, you know what I mean?
And then last review is from the Creeper 22. It gave 10 out of 10, saying this is good. November 2001. They say, this is the second best installment in the Puppet Master series. Unlike the first 5, this one is not hard to come across, so go rent it. Then they said a bunch of other stuff, but I wanted to mainly, what they say at the end of this, I wanted to focus on that because just what they were into in 2001 and what they were looking forward to. They say, I also recommend for fans of the Puppet Master series, things like Slumber Party Massacre, Child's Play, Halloween, the Hannibal Lecter series, Friday the 13th, can't wait for Jason X to come out, and Leprechaun.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, man. I really hope the Creeper 22 was on the other half of the fan base that said Jason X rocks, and they weren't disappointed.
I love Jason X.
It's real good, guys. I saw it at Cody Leiter's house, and he was like, you got to see this scene where he just bashes these ladies on a tree. Mm. And, for an 11 or 12-year-old to be saying that in retrospect, not good. If he said, yo, man, check out these fake titties, I'd be like, all right, that's something a 12-year-old should be saying.
Yeah, if he's like titties and he got sadistic.
Uh-huh. Hey, man, check out these girls and they got them titties, but then he puts them in a sleeping bag and then they get bashed on a freaking thing.
Then he fucking cuts them off.
Oh man, it's so cool, and I have a really confusing erection right now. I don't know what I'm supposed to be thinking. Shout out to Cody Leiter. Good dude.
We love you, Cody.
All right, initial thoughts.
No, I really, really liked it. It captured the essence of a 1998 horror movie for me.
And we love a David Dakota because, as we stated in the previous episode, he would shoot these films to be projected on a movie projector screen. So it was shot in widescreen for the purpose to sell these to investors or to movie stores and whatnot. And it looks beautiful.
And he does it so fast. He's cranking those fucking things out.
Uh-huh. Man, 2 thumbs up. My initial thoughts, I don't know what to feel about the movie just because that ending is so abrupt.
I was so upset. I'm like, there's 3 fucking minutes left. How are you going to do me like that?
Hoo boy. But let's get into it.
No, I'm upset. We need one more.
What is a puppet master? Like, is it a real term like a props master, or is it fictitious like a bass master?
You know what? Google.
Like, is it someone who would be in the puppet show? Do they, like a props master, are they in charge of all the puppets, either making them or cataloging them?
A person, group, or country that covertly controls another.
Oh.
It sounds condescending.
So maybe this was a play on words?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think is a puppet master of the United States? Who's pulling the strings?
That's a whole other podcast for another day.
I think it's Scooter Bronson. Is that his name?
The fucking manager guy of all those celebrities? That's Scooter Bronson?
I think he did NSYNC Backstreet Boys and they had the like string video.
I fucking hate you.
If that's the man, that is a good joke. If it is not, we'll just, you know who managed them. Insert that in your mind, listeners. Would you like to do a Puppet Master ranking list? I have a list of all of them. Or do you think this would take too long?
My only ones would be the first one and this one, because those are the only 2 I visually have seen with my eyes.
I meant the puppets themselves. Sorry.
Oh, no, let's do that.
Okay. These are the ones we have. We have Blade. He's the one with the hat and he looks all brooding.
Yeah.
Then we have Pinhead. You have a doll.
Yeah.
Leech Woman.
Yeah.
Jester, who's the jester looking guy.
Yeah.
Tunneler, I don't know who that is.
Is that the guy with the arms and the cowboy?
No, that's 6-shooter.
Oh.
So you want to know what Tunneler? I'm going to throw him off the list. We don't need that. We have Matt. I don't know who that is, so we'll take them off. And then finally we have Tank. So out of these, who do you think's the worst out of all of these?
Tank, the guy that was in this movie that whittled wood.
Tank. And then I think for the best reasons, I think Leech Woman is the worst one because she's the most terrifying. So I don't think she should get the worst spot, but I think she should be right above Tank.
I think Tank's the worst because he's a puppet without even being a puppet.
So then we have, I think Jester is the next one. Like that's the worst one. Up next, yeah. All right, now we have 6-shooter, Blade, and Pinhead.
Blade can be next.
Oh,
I don't like him very much.
Whoa, oh man, the fans are going to be upset. I feel like Blade is a fan favorite. Then we have 6-shooter and Pinhead.
I'm partial to Pinhead. That's my number 1.
Okay, you want to know what? There we go. Here is our ranking list of 2 people who have really just seen this movie and didn't remember a few of them from this movie. So, starting from the bottom, and now we're here, we have Tank, Leech Woman, Jester. Oh, Matt was the one that was in the duffel bag that got buried. I think that's who Matt was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And he's all burned up.
Yeah, I think he should be above
ends.
Jester.
Yeah. He can, yeah.
We'll put Matt on there. All right. Tank, Leech Woman, Jester, Matt, Blade, Six Shooter, and coming in at number 1, Pinhead.
Woo woo.
There you guys go. Tell the horror Reddit. See if they like us.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, they might. People seem to enjoy my yucks and how cool you are.
Yuck.
Yuck. Okay, so you haven't been on a Bible Man episode of Mostly Speaking Sentai, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, in the opening, it's like, oh, here's Miles Peterson. He had it all. He was rich. He had a great job, but he had a mental breakdown. And it's him. It's raining, and he's looking like R.L. Stine in the beginning of the Goosebumps intro. He has a briefcase, and he's in the woods, in the middle of the woods, and he's screaming at this guy like, no! And then he falls to the ground, and then like he moves some dirt, and there's a Bible buried beneath. Did the puppet master bury that Bible just like he buried a man made into a puppet?
Did he?
I bet he did. That's my headcanon.
Yeah, I could see that for him. I love that for him.
Uh-huh. Because that's like Jesus was kind of a puppet of Christ. Puppet of God. Or puppet of the people.
I don't know. It's Easter.
Yeah, I think if you have a divine prophecy that you are fulfilling, your life was predetermined. You are technically a puppet.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a hard agree.
Jesus, break those chains. Do what you want to. Jesus could have been a musician, you know?
He could have whittled wood like Tank his whole life.
Uh-huh. He could have been making puppets and been the puppet master.
Yeah.
Damn.
He just really set up for failure there.
Jesus could have been a car salesman. Someone would have needed to invent cars first, but...
Jesus could have done that.
Oh my God, Jesus could have beat out Gerald R. Ford.
Instead of Subarus, it'd be Jesusus.
Instead of me going to the Gerald R. Ford Detroit Auto Museum, it would have been Jesus Christ's Auto Museum. He wouldn't have had the
Honda
Christ
Jesus.
title. Oh, damn, I'd love a Honda Jesus. Elon Musk is all of a sudden more so blasphemous because he's coming after the Christ, saying like, oh, hey, I got this Tesla. And Jesus is like, no. My cars run on divine spirituality.
I turned this wine into gas for my car.
Yes. I turned this exhaust into oxygen. There we go. We got there.
I hate it. I want to go back.
No, I like it. Oh, wait. Are you Christian?
Ugh. No.
Man, I'd love to see Jesus in a 3-piece suit selling cars.
Like he has like a really nice suit, but he's still wearing Jesus sandals.
Oh, yes. He's business up top, savior at the bottom. And hey, you want to know what? To all our bottoms out there, you're all saviors in my book.
That's a sex joke.
Yeah, it is. So this movie opens with a dude burying some puppets, then the opening credits, and then it's this man who I thought was like a grandfather, but is actually this teen woman's father, and they're in a gazebo just having a nice chat. It's crazy how this man has money, because he just runs an underground puppet show, it seems like. An outdoor underground. There's so many weird things about this movie. But he says, what are they teaching young girls in college these days? And I wish he had said just sucking dick and doing designer drugs. And he would have said, oh, yes, your mother aced those courses.
Disgusting.
That's not disgusting. That's a father connecting with his daughter after mother died.
Ugh.
Yeah, guys, don't connect with your parents on any level. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Your parents should be an acquaintance. That's the level of familiarity you should have as an adult, and especially as children.
I was trying to get to a neglect joke, but there's just far too many in my head.
All right, speed round.
Daddy didn't love me.
That's not neglect. Oh, no, yeah, that is neglect. Daddy should, like, love you from a distance.
Love me less.
Yeah, that too. Parents should have a Phantom of the Opera role in your life.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Heard, not seen. Always in the
Yes.
shadows.
Yes, thank you.
This is also coming from someone who I did not have my mom, iffy growing up. She could have been a better, but she had her own issues. But now, just full 180 and over loving.
Yeah, see, I talked to my dad earlier today. It's fine. We're fine.
And my mom will hug me and I just go limp. I'm like, I don't need this, Mom.
You reject it and just throw up.
Uh-huh. Oh, I should start doing that like I'm a little baby.
Yeah.
She'll start, my mom as an adult will start putting a little towel over her shoulder. All of a sudden, I'm throwing up leeches.
Ew.
Yeah, see, it's gross.
That is pretty sick. It's like Harry Potter when he tries to curse Malfoy and then he does it back on himself and he throws up slugs.
Ew.
It's so bad.
Gross.
Yeah.
If you cast a spell into a mirror, does it bounce back?
I don't know.
Because that's who you're looking at.
You can ask J.K. Rowling. I'm sure she'd love to answer that question for you.
Yeah, and then she'd spring in some conspiracy.
Yeah, and then she'd do some trans hate.
She sucks.
Fuck that bitch.
Yay. Speaking of which, they then go to a gas station, and so David Dakota is finally, it was not in Shriekers, but this man loves to show us some hunks. Just shirtless for no reason.
I thought the main character was going to be like mentally handicapped at first.
They imply it, but it's like when you see a woman on a TV show or movie and they're like, oh man, she's so ugly, this and that. It's like, what are you talking about? Which I guess is better than casting a, in quotes, ugly person and then being like, this person's fugly. This person, they're like, yeah, man, he's dumb as hell. His IQ is negative. And then he's fine. He just has low self-esteem.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like whittling wood.
Those fuckers should have liked him. They're like, yeah, man, he's a man's man. He works at an auto shop place and whittles wood.
He could get us free gas.
Damn, yeah. But these people, they're picking on him, and the puppet master and his daughter show up, and they're like, hey, quit picking on him. And the main baddie goes, mind your business, bitch. Hey, and finish rotting, you geriatric corpse. Like, it's so 0 to 1,000, this man.
Yeah, issues.
I wouldn't mind being a little more aggro like him. You want to know what, Presley? You start being aggro like this man.
I wish I could.
Next time Ian asks you what you're doing, just say, mind your own business, bitch.
You fucking corpse.
I'll punch you real hard. Oh, I see you're whittling over there. How about you shove it in your taint?
Gross.
He's like, that's not how taints work. Then you pull out a knife and you'll be like, oh, I'll make a hole.
Ew. I'll do that.
Okay, speaking of our main character, okay, what is this kid's name?
Wasn't it Robert?
Yes, but they were calling him, it was either Tink, Tang, Tank. I think it's Tank, maybe?
His shirt said tank.
Okay, but sometimes it looked like it said Tonk.
I saw tank. I assumed tank. And then I was confused when she said Robert.
Because she eventually says like, yeah, but what's your real name? I don't care what others call you. I'm just horned up.
Exactly. Wanted that D inside her P.
Speaking of which, I put down director. This is what David was probably saying to this woman. Well, standing behind your grandpa father, have fuck me eyes. No. Have fuck me body. Because she is like, oh, yes, without the noises.
Basically.
Also, that dude, is like, come over here, boy. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this already.
The like manager of the gas station or the dad? Grandpa?
Either one.
Either one of them had bad vibes. And then the audacity to say, how much are you getting paid?
Oh, also, I had to look because I'm like, there are cars in this that look like it could be the 50s. Maybe this is that. Because he says he's making $30 a week. But I checked the timeline. This is 1993.
Still, I looked up rent for 1998. And it's the lowest I could find was $400.
Yeah.
So, no.
Maybe he was living at the gas station, but let's be generous. He's working maybe 30 hours a week. That's still $1 an hour.
Fuck that. The guy, I'll pay you $35 a week. Fuck off.
Granted, he is getting room, board, food, and everything else.
A very nice room, by the way. BT dubs. Yeah.
So how was the leased rent?
What?
What was the least amount of rent?
It was like 400 some for like a studio or something.
So we can say $50 for groceries. He was making about $500 a month.
But he wasn't.
Oh, I mean, like he's making that, but like with a room and board, you know. He's
okay, yeah.
He's getting those assets given to him to the equivalent of.
Yes, okay.
Oh, also he's getting some of that sweet poo nanny on the side.
I fucking hate you.
Someone look up how much Poot Nanny cost in 1998.
Ugh.
That's free, baby. I really liked how when he meets the puppets, they're like, oh, yeah, that's Blade. Don't shake his hand. Hey, that's Six Shooter. Don't shake his hand. Actually, you want to know what? Don't touch any of them. Except Leech Woman. You can shake her hand. Just do not open mouth kiss her.
Yeah, it's so weird how they're so nonchalant with like these alive puppets.
Oh, but I think life is a miracle, and I don't question that. He can still question why these puppets are moving.
Yeah, I'm scared.
This movie actually, you want to know what? I need to amend my Letterboxd score after this because I'm really enjoying this.
It was good. It was a good little movie that I ended up hating and loving.
We also, not just these hunks that we see just in tank tops running around or driving around in a drop top. Tank ends up taking his shirt off and we're like, oh, baby, in whitey tighties.
Yeah.
Just constantly horned up this entire movie. You know there's a deleted scene where Pinhead's being shoved in the Puppet Master.
Ew.
He's like, spin it around real slow.
Ew. That's not the same one.
What?
Pinhead doesn't have the spinny head.
Wait, then what's the Spinhead one?
I don't know. But Pinhead was the big guy.
Oh, shoo. Okay, I thought that was the Drillhead one. Whoever the Drillhead one is should also be on our list. Okay, this underground-ass puppet show theater would actually be cool, I think, because it's these macabre-looking puppets. How are they moving? Why is this not more populated, like, from outside of this local area? But, Presley, I have a question for you. Were there any art things or, like, underground things teens did when you grew up in your area?
No, not really.
Damn.
That I know of. Maybe they were too underground.
Could be. We had a bunch that it was always, oh yeah, let's do this for the teens. Awesome. It's an all ages venue. And then immediately the city would shut them down because they'd be like, one child was drunk there we had a friend, Travis Haima. He was on Mostly Speaking Sentai a few weeks ago, and he was what word am I looking for? He was in youth groups and all of that, and there was one youth group called Madhouse that was this like punk rock Christian thing, and they would put on weekly shows, and I guess kids were just getting stoned and drunk at them. Never knew that. I was completely out of the loop for that, but that's one. I think the God stuff was like, well, I'm not going there. Then we also had the Ice Pick, which is a world-renowned punk venue that, of course, got shut down because, oh man, there's a child drunk here. But Gigi Allen used to sleep up top of that venue in Muskegon.
That's cool.
Uh-huh. And then we had the Donut Hole for a little bit. Temple House, that was like, I think it's still a thing, but they don't do shows there anymore. But here in Chicago, it was the coolest thing ever, called the Shit Hole. Oh, baby. I performed there a few times. Nicole performed there. We would go every single Sunday like clockwork. It was just such a fun place to go. Shithole. Pandemic screwed it up. 2 thumbs down to COVID.
Balls.
Horror 101, Presley. Make cops, 1, straight up cunts, or 2, incompetent fools. And this does it perfectly.
Yeah, I was not a fan. I'm not usually a fan of cops. I don't think I've seen a movie where I'm like, oh yeah, the cop's awesome.
So I did have an amendment to this. Detectives within horror movies, you make 30% either a combination or just one of straight up cunt or incompetent fools. But you need, because they'll be driving the entire movie, you need them like 30 or 70% decent or complicated, because like you don't want to be following around an ignoramus.
Yeah.
Like in Strangeland.
Oh, the aggressive detective. Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those, and then the dad was a little incompetent, but then compassionate to be like, hey, I want to help out my daughter. That was like 70% of him, but that 30% of incompetent really fucked him up.
It did. Agreed.
I put, oh yeah, this man is telling Robert how to, like, oh, you need to make sure the dimensions of these parts, even though there were no dimensions on them, you need to make sure they're perfect. To make art live, you must put your soul into it. I put an amendment on that. Or sell your soul to the devil and he'll do it himself with better results. Man, I wish I could do that.
Whittle wood or sell your soul to the devil?
Hey, if I'm selling my soul to the devil, I'll whittle wood if that gets me fame and fortune.
Hell yeah.
What would I whittle to become that cool? I guess a gun that can be made out of wood.
Have you seen the other guys?
Yes.
He's like, this is your dummy gun, and it's a wood, and he's like...
That's a great movie. And see, make them incompetent fools.
Yep. There's a theme.
Uh-huh. I love the colorful blue lighting in the backgrounds of these shots. Ooh, baby, it's good. I gotta stop saying, ooh, baby, it's good when we watch one of these movies. He's been whittling for days now, and he's at the dinner table eating, but like falling asleep. And she goes like, oh, let me get you off to bed. Sleeping immediately after eating is foul. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just letting that digest while you sleep. It's not good for you.
That's how you get nightmares.
Oh, yeah. That's how you get indigestion.
Yeah. You wake up heartburn middle of the night.
That's how you wake up and all of a sudden you got to take a shit.
Can't relate, but sure.
I don't think I've ever been like waking up like as if I had to pee and be like, oh no, I got to dump out.
Ew.
Have you ever, so we watched Fart the movie just to be like, what the fuck is this? And then immediately we're like, this is one of the best movies ever. It's insane, but the character choices and the farts are so in microphone, whereas the fart noises throughout like are just close to the mic. And then the people talking are so away from the microphone that it's disconcerting, but makes it funnier. Watch Fart the movie.
I'll think about it.
Or watch MILF. That's one we watched. Hey guys, if you're ever like, should we trust James's opinions on these horror movies? Probably not. This dude, oh no, when he has yes, this is, you have nightmares. Is this what you were alluding to?
Maybe.
Okay, he ends up.
No,
yes,
puppet legs.
He wakes up. And if you've seen The Godfather, he wakes up and he's like, oh, what's in my bed? And he pulls off the covers, but he has just like little puppet legs that he's moving around.
I hated it so much.
And he goes, ah, ah. So yeah, guys, if you eat right before bedtime, you'll have wooden leg dreams.
Yeah, he had like a fucking 4-course meal right in front of him, too. Mm-hmm.
He didn't eat all of it, but it was mainly mashed potatoes he was housing.
Yeah.
And that's not good for you. Before bed. There was, before bed, there was a card. I used to work at Dr. Pepper, so I would stock shelves at different stores, and one was Walmart. And going back, we would always pass the like kids clothing section. And for the longest time, there was this T-Rex with an electric guitar, and it said rockin' out before bed. And Nicole and I, whenever someone says, hey, can you do something before bed? The other one will go, before bed. So guys, don't eat a 4-course meal
before bed.
There you go. This dude is carving wood, or he's carving clay, but blowing it like it's wood, and there should be like wood dust on it.
Ugh, they did their best. No, they didn't.
This woman, I guess, to flirt is like, you got big hands, and he says, comes with the rest of me, but he says it with a U. Is this how you and Ian fell in love?
No.
He was carving up puppets.
You have such big hands.
And he goes, "What?
Disgusting."
You said you have such big hands, and he's like, I think they're normal size.
Yeah, you have big hands, Presley.
And you're like, you're right. Give me that clay. I should be carving these up. Oh, this woman says, because he's like, oh, yeah, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm an orphan. And it's like, okay, well, that last thing, like, that's not your fault. But the brain is the most overrated organ. I'm all about the genitals.
Did she say that?
Not the genitals part, but the brain being the most overrated organ.
I know. She got way too, like, trying to sound too smart for herself.
Mm-hmm. Or trying to be sexy. This woman says, like, oh, you've called me Miss Puppet Master, whatever her last name is. The last 2 weeks you've been here, or month you've been here, call me by my first name. I feel like in a sexual situation, calling someone by, like, Mr. or Mrs. would be sexier to the other person, right? Because then it feels like dominant.
I think it's like sir.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Mr.
So if, like, don't say Mr. Bear, James, even though I'm trying to think of a name, you're just looking at Yogi Bear. You want to know what? Well, if we were to say, oh, Yogi, you're so sexy. But if I were to say, oh, Mr. Bear, you're so like, that feels more like he is my boss, and he might get off on it more if I said Mr. Bear.
I see where you're coming from.
Or like Mr. Ranger, sir, is better than saying, what is his first? It's only Smith. I only know as Ranger Smith. Calling him Ranger or Mr. Ranger, sir. I don't know. Is that a kink that Yogi's doing? It might be.
Yeah. He's grooming you.
Okay, Commander Chip Hazard from Small Soldiers. I'm seeing him right there. If I were to say, like, oh, hey, Chip, let's fuck. But if I were to, like, be, or even Commander Hazard, that feels like he'd get off more on it.
Yeah. Totally. That's like a power thing, though.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel like he would be one of the people that likes to be on the other end. Like, he likes to get degraded because he always has such high power. You know what I'm saying?
It's like how chefs, when they go home, they're just going to cook themselves a bowl of ramen instant.
Or get McDonald's or something.
Yeah, because they're like, I do this all day.
Exactly.
Even though, from what we have seen, a lot of people in those forms of authority also like carrying that home. Mm-hmm. Did we spend way too much time on that? Yes. This might have the corniest, funniest fight scene ever with the lowest stakes. when they're in the woods.
That's so bad. Did you see them?
So the woman is being accosted by the like 5 hunks, and they are getting very, very R-wordy, sexual assaulty. And Robert comes up and just kind of like calmly puts his hand on the man's throat. Like, yes, as an actor, this is being safe so no one gets hurt, but it's for like 3 seconds. Then they're like, get off from him. And he's like, okay, all right. And then runs away Naruto style.
Well, and they weren't even like aggressively acting, but they just had their hands on him. Like, it was really awful.
Yeah, guys, it's probably 38 minutes in. Watch that scene for a good laugh. The puppet master is starting to tell Robert, like, hey, the reason why you wanted to kill this man is because you have thoughts inside of you that you have been trying to push away. You're at war with yourself, and I'm going to exploit it. Because, man, this dude's bad. Because he's trying to put a human soul inside a puppet.
Yeah.
And the puppet that he ends up putting it into isn't even a puppet.
Like, what the fuck was that?
Guys, we'll get to it.
I'm so mad.
We then see that fuck boy. He's working out. Well, what did I just...
He tried to break into her room first.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. I thought we just see him at... like him working out, and the dude is like, oh, he tried SAing my daughter. I'm going to go get him.
No, he tries to break into her room, and then that little bulky pinhead dude and his little red sweater comes up and attacks him, and then he fucking curb stomps him, and the rapey guy broke that puppet, and then he took off.
Oh, okay.
And then Daddy Puppet Master goes.
And the guy's like working out, well, voicing desires to get strong enough to get one over on this girl and assault her. It's vile.
It's pretty awful.
Ugh.
And it's longer than it should have been, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
He had a whole scenario.
Yes. Where he ends up being like the hunky good guy in the end, where she's excited that this happened to her.
Yeah, it's icky.
And so like then Blade and the guy with the drill bit, we'll call him Drill Bit Taylor, they go and just murder him horribly.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
They have this man scream, the actor screaming, but then they also have that canned stock scream that's like, ah, ah. Everyone's heard it. Like if you've heard any horror spooky noise albums, you've heard this scream on there. And it's overlaid with his normal screaming as if 2 people are screaming. Why?
Dramatic effect.
Maybe that came included in the Apple iStudio, and he's like,
Yeah.
I gotta use this.
I paid premium. I'm not going to not use it.
The girl and Robert are having a conversation, and he's like, oh man, I could have killed him. I could have. And she says like, hey, you were right in not harming them. I actually wanted to see you kill that man, and I'm glad you didn't. Anyone can be a destroyer, but only a few can be creators. And I feel like whoever wrote this was like, this is deep, guys. I'm creating right now.
I just did something.
And she, like, after they have sex, she's like, oh, I got to go back into my room. And is she in, like, an annex of this house? Because the man opens up to her bedroom that's just a studio apartment. And because there's, like, a screen double door there.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It was odd, but kind of cool. To be like, hey, I'm still living with my dad. He needs this. He's a widower now, but I kind of have my own place.
Yeah.
That's nice. She starts screaming at the dad because she thinks he doesn't want him to date her because the dad is like, oh, he's not right for you. But she's like, with his talent, he can go anywhere. He doesn't need to stick around with your crummy ass. Also, this is it's just to any creators. If you have a murder and you're describing it on paper, make sure your effects budget can live up to what you're describing. Or if you're describing it, don't show it and it be wildly different than what you're describing, because they're like, yeah, man, his skin was peeled clear off his skull. And we see it and it's just like bloody face.
I had to go back because I was like, wait, did I miss something? Like I saw his little nub on his hand, but like his face was fine. It was like perfectly intact. Nothing.
Or easiest thing to do, just throw a doctor blanket over him.
Yeah.
This whole entire town has don't talk to the cops mentality because straight up, guys, they go to, I didn't understand the motivation for the friends when the cops go to their house, the like hunky boy's house, to say like, hey, where was your friend last? But I guess that's because he was the last they knew they were going to the girl's house.
Yeah.
So like that was like, oh, that's suspicious, but he's dead now.
Well, no, they didn't know he was going over there because they said the last we were with him, we were all fucking with this chick.
Okay.
So there's motive.
Still, it was weird. They could have just made up a quick lie.
They're idiots, though.
Oh, we were hanging out in the forest and we don't know what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the forest checking out each other's buds, seeing who is the most ripped. I just have like 2 more notes, which is all of a sudden Robert's and Whitey Tighties on the rack. We see that burnt and buried former human puppet, and
and she just fucking left it there.
Yeah, she like stomp it out or something. But it looked kind of like Captain Howdy.
Like from Strangeland.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the entire body and soul gets sucked into the puppet. And at first I didn't know what the puppet was. I thought it was just a TV screen, and I thought it was like in a vial of something that you will then transfer that vial of a soul into a puppet. But what? It was like a TV screen. It was Small Soldiers-esque. Just a TV screen on a toy tank?
I don't know. I thought he whittled the puppet, whittled it all good and ready to go. And I thought he was doing the transfer from the body into the puppet. And that was not the case. A little fucking robot TV came out of nowhere.
I wonder if fans clamor. Like, does this tank one only show up in this movie? Or is it something people want in further movies? Is this a top tier puppet? Also, then it like shoots the guy or something. I don't know. The ending,
we don't get fucking answers.
It just ends. Let me Google it. Do you have any other notes?
No, just my anger. Because she's like, Robert, no. And then it goes to the credits.
All right, tank puppet. Oh, no, it's in Puppet Master. Archive footage. And it's only been in archive footage of Puppet Master The Legacy, and then in the Action Labs comic series, it is brought up again, but really only in one movie.
Interesting.
Guys, let us know what happens in the comics.
Oh, I didn't realize there were comics.
His laser was updated on the Blu-ray release to look more powerful.
Ugh.
You got to have a powerful laser beam. Well, that was this movie. I think I'm gonna bump it up. I gave it a 2.5, but I'd give this a 3.5.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of mad again, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5 too.
Just okay. What if the ending didn't happen? Then what would you give it?
If it was a better ending?
No. Just like the ending, you like Ian just blew a bunch of clay dust after his whittling into your face and you passed out before you saw the ending.
Oh, then probably like a 3.75.
Okay, well, don't do a point, like, don't do it, just do halves. So a 4?
What's the highest? 5?
Yeah.
You're
like, still a 3.5.
Yeah.
I can't forget that non-ending.
Yeah.
Okay, I have bucket sign. I thought I lost one of 2 of our things. You want to do this? Figure out what we're doing next?
It's like what, 1 or 2 options?
Yeah, we have Phantom of the Opera and Bride of Chucky. So,
okay.
Would you like my left hand or right hand?
Left.
Left hand. Okay, what is in my left hand? Let's see. Well, let's hope Nicole is available because Bride of Chucky's going to be our last one.
I'm so excited. That's my favorite.
Next episode, I always want to say next week, but we do these bi-weekly. We are doing what's that dude's name? That Italian director?
Which one?
I don't know. The one that I think did Suspiria.
Oh, Dario Argento?
Dario Argento's Phantom of the Opera.
Is it just opera?
Yeah, Phantom of the Opera from 1998, directed by Dario Argento. You can currently watch it only on a premium of Roku channel. Fuck, I might have to either... What subscription do you need? Tell me what subscription I need. Not... Oh my God. I will figure out where this is. Screambox is what you will need it on. But yes, 1998's Phantom of the Opera. And then we will be closing out our normal movies with Bride of Chucky. And then I will throw up a poll on Height of Horror on Twitter. And then also on our Discord to figure out a selection of like 4 other of like the big movies from this year. You got things like Halloween Resurrection, Faculty, etc. Not Resurrection, Halloween H2O. Faculty, and some other stuff.
I just got a Tiffany tattoo a couple weeks ago.
You're ready.
I am.
Well, guys, thank you for listening. Presley, do you have anything to plug?
No, I don't.
All right, guys. Hey, yes, this will be out on Monday before. So April 15th, I am doing an all-day stream where every 10 new patrons, it's a Patreon pledge drive, I will be doing the Pocky One Chip Challenge. $1 patrons, $5 patrons, $10 patrons, whatever. You can subscribe right now, and that will be added. I'm trying to get to 40 patrons just so we can be like, hey, you want to know what? Our Patreon is growing. As long as I am streaming, I'm trying to get to 40, but I'm probably going to pass out. It's either get to 40 or pass out, or I have things planned at like 5 p.m. So at least I'll be streaming for 9 hours because it starts at 9 a.m. Twitch.tv/mostly speaking Sentai and patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday in the form of things like This Existed, where we just went through all the trauma movies that I selected for Lil Corey, and he loved them.
Yay.
I think one he didn't. I don't remember which one, but for the most part, he said, these are pretty good. Beware Children at Play, he thought was boring, but then at the end, he's like, oh yeah, that ending was real good. And then if you're a $10 patron, you get monthly exclusive content on top of the weekly stuff and shout outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, He's a Rapper, Defo, D-F-O, Jordan B, The Chaos Witch, my big old brother in common law, Joshua, Jakis, Steve Barnes of Sweet Child of Time, go check him out, The Womb in Which I Emerged, my mother, Lil Corey's BFF and roommate Shane, That Fed, and twitch.tv/Core Winning. It's Corwin. I've been James.
I'm still Presley.
And we've been the height of horror. Bye-bye.
Bye.